All right, we are going to try this again. Sorry about that, guys. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm just going to let some people kind of tune back in here. Because yeah, my computer just happened to crack out on me there. So if you're tuning back in, my computer failed. So that is what happened there. So we're going to try this again. I'm going to get some music going in a second. I'm just going to make this post to make sure people know what's going on. Moderating and running a show at the same time thing is just not what I'm built for. Have some patience. Sorry, guys. So welcome again. I'm just sharing the link now to get everyone tuned back in. So I had some issues. I think they've been resolved as far as the music. So I'm just going to play, start where I was, I guess, last. And hopefully we have audio this time. So again, just let me know if you can hear what is going on. Yo, hey Tyler, sorry for cutting out there. Had some computer issues, of course. Let me know if you can hear the tunes. Hear me talking all right? All right, I'm just going to get speakers kind of directed here. So let me know if it might hopefully comes in a little bit better than that. So you guys can hear that okay? It's coming in muddy at all? Sorry about that. All right, so hopefully that's coming through a little bit better. Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on with my system. Might have to investigate, get another input because that's definitely no fun. Still quiet. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll try and get that up a little bit. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. So welcome to today's Metal Monday, version 2. So hopefully the tunes are coming through a little bit better there now. So, like I was saying before, trying to go with the theme of prevailing. And so I picked some old bands. I've got some new bands. I will post the full playlist because of my little glitch earlier and the sound and everything kind of cutting out. But hopefully it's a little bit better. Yeah, again, I'm not sure what was wrong with my input because I've kind of just had to unplug it almost entirely and just had the music playing behind me, not through the interface. So I don't know if it's the interface because it's brand new, so it shouldn't be, but it definitely was not playing the tunes earlier, so that is no good. Oh, so the interface itself, it's a brand new interface, so I don't know if it's just the cables or the channel itself. Because it's playing the microphone is coming through perfectly fine, and it was showing the levels coming through on the interface itself, so I feel it may have been one of the cables potentially. Always fun time with technology, right? Anyways, so this is Metal Mondays. That was Kingdoms. So hopefully you guys can hear this okay. So you can tell that this has got a bit of my flair for tonight's Metal Monday. This is a band called Sydney. Kind of not exactly metal, but this was a great band from right around the bend in Acton, Ontario. So if you don't know some of these bands, I will have this list posted. I never got to book these guys, but we did definitely get to. I got to see them live, and I believe I saw their last tour as well. Great band live. It's definitely worth the trip to Acton. Yes, the song is called "It's Worth the Trip to Acton." So if you're familiar with this band, they were from the region. They played a lot with Kingdoms, who you just heard before this. They played a lot of kind of punk shows, metal shows, everything in between, and influenced probably a good amount of local and area bands. Oceans, yeah, that's another one. Yeah, and I feel they were kind of one of those bands that if you knew them, that you loved them. If you were into that kind of pop punk / emo / metal, whatever else. So again, if you're tuning in, I'm Nick from Gain Media, stepping in for Rick tonight. He is recovering, wishing everyone well. Be sure to support Chronic as well. There is merch that was put out not too long ago, designed by Tyler Kloppenhauer, of course, of Art by TK, watching, of course, right now, and Zach Litt from Negative Underground. So huge thanks to those guys for putting all of the merch together, and there's plenty more to come. Here are some other local bands that I may or may not be involved in that may have some merch and some stuff coming out in a little bit at some point too. So excited for that. And if you're watching the game tonight, if you didn't know before, I am a Habs fan. I'm surprised no one was chirping in the comments earlier about that. I feel that living in Ontario, it's hard to be a Habs fan. So, of course, if you don't follow hockey, then that's fine too. So if you recognize this band, it's another Guelph favorite. This band always had very hopeful, uplifting lyrics. Felt it was suiting. This track is called Wolves Behind Me. Yes, I always put on a great show. It was great being able to host their reunion show at District all those years ago. A lot of memories in that place for sure. I think maybe it calls for another Life Story reunion show once we can. Oh, that's fine, Adam. So I hope it still sounds okay for everyone out there. And again, thanks for tuning in. Sorry, just messing around with the electronics a little. Yo, what's going on, David? We may or may not have one of your songs coming up in tonight's playlist. So again, thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. I am Nick, stepping in for Rick. He will be back next week. Sorry. He did, for anyone who was just tuning in and didn't catch it, he went through a bit of surgery. He had about a foot of his colon taken out, and he wanted me to let you guys know that he is fine and recovering. Obviously a little uncomfortable, but he will be back next week. So yeah, continue to send your well wishes to him. I'm sure he would love to hear from everyone. And yeah, so hopefully everyone's week has been, okay. We're barreling through. I also, probably if you're following me on Instagram, saw that I got my shot. So I've been injected once. So that's why I'm not drinking beer tonight, just because. But hope everyone is staying safe out there and doing well. I feel like we're getting close to being able to maybe see each other again and do this live. I do have hope for that. We've got plans for that too. Yeah, it feels like you join a kind of a group when this happens. But yeah, good to see that more and more people are getting those needles in arms. Nice. So again, it is Metal Mondays. Kind of exploring some old Guelph bands, but I got some current bands on this playlist as well. A bit of a next spin on some of these. Some of these bands you guys may know. The next band to play is not exactly metal. I will give you a heads up, but last time I hosted a Metal Monday, I played the other band that one of the members is a part of. So I felt it was suiting to play this next track. So if you're just tuning in, that was Life Story Monologue. Thank you for supporting Metal Mondays. I'm Nick from Game Media. Yeah, it's great to be here hanging out with you guys. I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on the score too. So if you see me looking down, that's what's going on. I don't know if you guys can hear it coming in here. This band is among one of my favorites. Not exactly metal again, but Aaron Mangoff, his other project, Starve at the Root, is heavier, but I still love this band. So if you don't know who this is a band called Grey Eyes. No longer a band because Aaron actually moved to the West Coast, but still definitely worth checking out. The song is called Daylight. Yeah, we had these guys play a couple years ago as well at District 2. Along with Taylor's project, whose name for some reason right now is completely escaping me. Sorry, Taylor. Yeah, Aaron's got pipes. I love his singing. Definitely check this band out. So again, hopefully you guys can hear the tunes okay. I had a weird kind of glitch, I guess, with my interface. I'll have to try and figure that out after the stream here. I won't interrupt, so I'm worried it might shut everything down again. But again, thanks for tuning in. We got a bunch of songs tonight, all local bands, except for the last band that I'm going to play, if we make it to that, because I don't want to go too far over time. But yeah, this is Gray Eyes, and the song is called Daylight. Just you guys are hanging out and rocking out with me in my living room here. So I will be posting this. How big is that flag? It's 7 feet by 5 feet. The banner. I made it big enough for when we have shows that I can put it on stage. So this band is an old favorite, and I have to thank Waylon for messaging the Chronic page and actually reminding me of this band. So if you guys are familiar, this is a band called For the Mathematics. They're out of Ottawa. I was mistaken. I thought they were kind of had a Guelph connection, but they are out of Ottawa. A very At the Drive-In feel, which of course is actually my favorite band of all time, At the Drive-In. If there's one fact to know about me, it's that. I got to see these guys a couple times, really random occasions. I think it was maybe Guelph River on Center or Guelph Little Theater. I can't remember, it was a while ago now. Definitely early mid 2000s, 2010 maybe this band was around. Maybe later. My timeline might be messed up. But anything with an At the Drive-In feel is close to my heart. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. How's everyone's weeks going so far? These guys were at the Drive-In in Mars Volta before Mars Volta was even a thing. So if you like either of those bands, you'll definitely like what these guys are putting out, or had put out, I guess, quite a few years ago. This entire playlist is available on Spotify, and of course, credit to all the musicians who wrote these songs in the first place, because we do not own any of this. Sorry, guys. So that was For the Mathematics. The next band is a Hamilton-based band. I saw the next band quite a few times growing up, with a couple of the bands to follow them on this playlist, actually. So I don't know if anyone of you are familiar with this band, but I'll let the song play for a little bit to see if you recognize it. For a hint, this is a female vocalist as well. Yeah, you got it, Tyler. Man, it's like you know my playlist. So this is a great thrash band. Again, from 2010s, something like that, I think it was. You gotta check out this band if you haven't heard of them before and you're liking what you're hearing. Very thrashy, very heavy. I Hate Sally. And the album is called Don't Worry Lady. I always like to throw in a little bit of scene history in my playlist if you haven't noticed that theme. Yes, I did. A couple of members did play in the Chariot as well. Thanks for reminding me of that. I would have forgotten about that completely. The Chariot is another great. I should have included them in the playlist. So if you are liking what you're hearing, I've pinned the playlist at the top of the comments there. And I'll post it again on the Chronic Noise page. So again, everyone, thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for bearing with my technical difficulties. I don't know what's up with my interface, but at least the mic works. And if you are watching the game, I'm tuning in here too. So I feel by the next time I have this, I'll have my sound figured out. So again, this is I Hate Sally. The song is called Hannah Hannah off the album Don't Worry Lady. That's awesome. Thanks, David. Well, I don't know if you guys like seeing me wearing these colors, but I have to support the team. And it looks like we're up by one at least right now. So, anyways, yes, her vocals are amazing. This is a really quite the band. You got to check out I Hate Sally if you don't know of this band. No longer together, of course, but because I'd like to bring you down memory lane a little bit, down Guelph and Hamilton and area history. All right.
I really don't think there's an issue here. But humans die, so that's a flawed system. Robots live on forever, so that has to be perfect.
Praise to the wise ones, our robot masters.
Yeah.
All right. So this band has a bit of a kind of Guelph-Cambridge connection. If you can guess who this is, I'm not sure if you'll be familiar with who this band is, but kind of a connection to I Hate Sally in a way. Their drummer is also in another band. That's the connection. If you need another hint, the drummer was formerly in Tugnutt. I don't know if this one might be a little bit harder to guess. It is a little bit of a random one. So this is a band called The Great Sabatini. I hosted them at the Jazz a couple times with Wakeless, I believe, and I think the connection that I was hinting at also was Wever, and that's Steve Vargas is also the drummer for this band, and I believe contributes some vocals as well. But they're based out of Montreal, on Montreal, so you can tell why probably I'd put them on the playlist. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. It is really great hanging out here, hosting Metal Mondays, and just kind of chilling with you guys. So this is a good kind of line of a couple of bands of just like grungy, thrashy, very heavy bands in this playlist coming up right now. So you're in the midst of it. Yeah, so hopefully you guys are enjoying tonight's tunes. This is The Great Sabatini of Montreal, Quebec. So Rick a little while ago had also done a couple interviews. So I'm going to edit those and get those up on this page as well. So expect a couple of band interviews to kind of occupy some time as well in the next little bit. Hopefully everyone's having a great Monday. I just like Rick love Mondays. I think he said that a couple of times on his streams before. I'm a pretty big fan of Mondays. I feel like I get a lot done somehow. Kind of. Depends, I guess. Just contradicting myself this whole time. So here is the connecting band to the last one. It's Wever. Out of KW Cambridge. The song is called Brave Plot. If you're a fan of the doomy, sludgy, heavy, amazing music, definitely check out Wever and the Great Sabatini, who we played before. Shared members in the same band there, so it's connections. I've got a handful of songs more for you guys still. Thanks for tuning in. Hanging out on a Monday, listening to some loud metal. And I'm Nick from, of course, Gain Media. You can check out what we're doing on our YouTube page. We've got some interviews up there with some local musicians as well. So I won't talk about that here. It's Metal Mondays. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. It's been Metal Monday. We've got a bunch more songs for you. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna crank. This band, Steve and Mark, man, for a two-piece band, something else. Just rip. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with only a couple members these days with technology and all that stuff. So thanks everyone who has tuned in tonight to Metal Mondays. I'm Nick from Game Media, of course. You're listening to Wever. The song is called Brave Plot from their album Cemetery Prestige.
Still
That's how you pull off the breakdown. Epic. So this next band is more or less a one-piece band. So we're going from 2 to 1. Does anyone, I don't know if anyone's going to recognize this. This is a Guelph band. From the first demo they put out not too long ago. Little tidbit. I was lucky enough to be asked to feature a scream on this track, actually. Thank you to David for inviting me to do that. That was a lot of fun to be able to add a little bit to this tune. You'll hear it kind of closer to the end. But this is World Eaters. All these bands you can find them on Spotify. Make sure you are going and checking these bands out, supporting them, buying merch if they have it, buying their music. Every little bit helps until we can get back to live again. So yeah, this is World Eaters of Warp. And David Gupta is, of course, the mastermind behind this band. The longest song, right? It's a great tune. I think also Adam from Teleportus is on this track, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's true, it's a great track. Yes, if you do want new World Eaters, there are pre-orders opening tomorrow. I know I'm not. I'm also just drinking water right now and apple juice. I'm not as exciting tonight as the usual beers. So again, this is World Eaters, a Guelph-based band. Tripping over my words right now. And Derek Prince Crocs. That's right. So some great vocalists and musicians on this album, and I was fortunate enough to be included in that gang, that trio. That I guess that was 4. I'm wrong. Anyways, it's a great track, and it's still good to hit. So check out the playlist on Spotify. I have posted it here. You can find all these bands there too. I remember it had been quite a while since I'd done anything vocally before this track, so I had to take a good couple takes. You can hear Adam just a monster along with Derek. Those layers. This was a lot of fun to track, just screaming upstairs into fun track. So we're shifting gears almost. Love sludgy breakdowns. I love the outro in this so much. the whole track really, but. And this is World Eaters, the Warp. So we've got a couple more songs for you here, shifting gears a little bit for the next track. But a few kind of Guelph-ish connections, I guess, in this band. The next band coming up, the drummer is in a few different projects. But I'm going to let the tune kick up and see if you recognize who this is. This next band, they just released this track not too long ago. And I believe are working on some other stuff too. But again, you may recognize the song. This band features members of Searching for Satellites, the Northern. This is Dead Days. The band features members, former members of Searching for Satellites and the Northern. Oh, a little more into the hardcore. The vocalist is actually Donnie from Searching for Satellites, and Jeff is also in the band. Yeah, it sounds like Blake. Yeah, no, it's actually Donnie though from Searching for Satellites. It doesn't sound like Searching for Satellites vocals though, and that's Adam Linka in the backup vocals, also drumming, and of course Linka is in the Northern. What other bands is he in? He was in Feral to Freeway. That's how I first met Linka. I toured with Feral to Freeway, doing their lights and helping, I guess, manage them on the road for a little bit there. And yeah, I met Linka there when he was playing drums for Farewell. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank now on the other bands that he's been involved in, but yeah, very, very busy guy, awesome dudes. This is Dead Days. And yeah, former Searching for Satellites members and members from the Northern too. Yeah, it's definitely a super group. There's a lot of those popping up right now. Members and members and members in various different bands. So yeah, hopefully we're working on. I mean, all these bands in this playlist we got to get to Guelph, but definitely would like to get these guys in the Northern and all those guys to Guelph sometime when we can, of course. But yeah, this is Dead Days, based in it's London, Toronto. So yeah, huge shout out to these guys. Shout out to everyone who's tuned in tonight. I do just have a couple more songs for you. It might end up going a little bit beyond 9. So sorry for the technical difficulties earlier. I don't know why my interface pushed out on me like that, but all right. So the next band is, you gotta know who this is. I'm not gonna even. Probably one of the heaviest intros of this band. And if you don't know who that vocalist is, I don't know. So these guys won a Juno as well, of course. Guelph Boys, Mandarin Equistar. Love these dudes, miss these guys a lot. We've got to host them a couple times. I have some funny stories with this band just because I've known them for so long, but I always love the connections in Guelph and the Guelph music scene because when my band at the time, Time Destroyer, was sort of in the midst of the member change, we'd actually asked HK, Steven, Sam, and Adam Richards to join Time Destroyer. And we were in the midst of writing, and we were starting to kind of like, put some stuff together, and we were going to kind of come out with a new album of Time Destroyer with those members, and they were going to be the official new members. And then we kind of just stopped playing, and things, you know, I got busy with games. Our festival was picking up. This is probably 2010, 2011. So, you know, life happens in funny ways. And so the guys kept the jam hall that we were all in, and they kept jamming and became Android Echo Star. And so it's just a bit of a, I guess, Guelph Jam Hall connections and music history there. For anyone who didn't know that story before, I probably told it a million times, but I absolutely love these guys and have all the respect in the world for what they are doing and have done musically and otherwise. Just fantastic Guelph band. How do you not love that breakdown? Like, just riffs for days. Funny enough, when I was making this playlist, I actually also ran into James Kroll, who was volunteering today at the university in the vaccine lines to kind of get people doing that. So yeah, I randomly was making this playlist and just happened to see him today too, and you know, it was really funny. So once again, it's been Metal Mondays, Metal Mondays, Metal Mondays. Sorry about that. So again, Metal Mondays, Nick hosting tonight. Got a couple more songs for you. And his hair is getting out of control. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Tonight's theme, it has been prevailing through hard times, of course. We played these guys a couple times. Just got to give them a huge shout out. They put out an album not too long ago. The Sky Caught Fire. The song is called Redemption. This is the second last song. I got one more for you after this. We're going a little beyond 9, but hope you don't mind. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, tonight. It's been great kind of hanging out with you. So if you do like the songs you're hearing tonight, I have posted the playlist. I'll post it again on the Chronic page. But all these bands you can find on Spotify. And if they got merch, buy their albums, help support them. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, thank you for joining us today. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. I'm trying to keep my eye off the score right now. But Yeah, thanks for joining on tonight's Metal Monday. I'm stepping in for Rick. Rick, if you're still watching, I'm sending my best wishes, man. Thinking about you all the time. So I hope you are recovering well. This is also a band that's been had members in other bands as well in the past, and I honestly love this band, and I know Rick's played them a couple times too. So shout out to Craig and the boys and Sky Caught Fire. And again, we can't wait to do some live stuff that doesn't have to be kind of this and the streams. But for now, we're hanging out on a Monday, throwing on some local tunes, hanging out. Yeah. Again, this is Metal Monday. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. Kind of going with the theme of my playlist of prevailing, overcoming, and it's obviously been a time to reflect and think about a lot. It's been a rough and interesting year, so hopefully bring you a little bit of fun times on Metal Mondays to just hang out and listen to some local tunes. So we do this every Monday. Before we get into the next tune, I just want to give a big shout out to everyone who has been supporting and following along and checking out what Chronic Noise is doing and what's going on there. We do this every Monday just to kind of hang out with you guys, play some local metal, support local bands. That's the biggest thing. We of course don't own the rights to any of these songs, and we want to make sure we give the bands full credit. With that said, make sure you're checking all these bands on their socials and following them. This next band is among a favorite band of mine. Again, this playlist does have kind of a bit of, I guess, my foot on it. They're not technically a Canadian band, but a lot of their lyrics are always about overcoming and those sorts of themes of getting through those hard times and learning from them and getting better. And I think that's the biggest thing that going on is an important thing to remember, is just that we have to do better. And this next tune is by a band called It Prevails. So this song is off their album A Life Worth Living that they put out, their last EP. This song is called Toward Liberty. The lyrics are what really get me with this band. Always very hopeful, but real as well. So thank you for tuning in tonight. This is the final song by It Prevails. Make sure you check these guys out. I'll try not to sing over top of this band tonight. I love this band. We would play this on repeat on tour with Farewell. That's where I first got introduced to this band. It's a band. Amazing lyrics, man. definitely look up this band's lyrics if you get the chance for this song. I had to hide me. So one thing I'm definitely missing from all this is actually singing. I'm trying not to sing over top of this. But I'm hoping to put together some covers to occupy my time, because I definitely miss singing and screaming. So thanks again for tuning in. It's been Metal Mondays. This is It Prevails. Absolutely love this band. Just for me to say. So that was It Prevails. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in and bearing with me. I know I had a bit of a glitch and had to start a second stream there. But yeah, thanks for joining in tonight's Metal Mondays. It's always great kind of being able to step in and hang out with you guys. I will figure out my interface for next week and figure out why the music wasn't coming through there, because I had to kind of pull my speakers in to catch on the microphone, which is not really as ideal. But yeah, glad it worked out. And thanks again for tuning in. This playlist will be available on the Chronic page soon. I did post it earlier, so you can see those links. And yeah, we'll miss you guys, and we'll hopefully see you soon, hopefully. Anyways, keep well, be safe, and yeah, we'll see you next Monday. Peace.